The call came at 2:11 a.m. Unknown number. No voicemail, just a missed call from my house. I stared at the screen, the blue light carving harsh shadows across the hotel ceiling. Room 908. A king-sized bed, empty on one side. I hadn't been back home in 7 days, not since she said it. "I'm opening our marriage, deal with it or just leave." She didn't flinch when she said it, just peeled off her robe, turned her back to me, and let the other man, some stranger with cologne like a weapon, follow her into our bedroom. I left my ring on the kitchen counter. I didn't take anything but my laptop, passport, and silence. But now, a missed call from a house I no longer called home, a quiet pulse in the dark, and something in me shifted. I dialed back, no answer. Then the message came, "Check the news." It hadn't felt real, none of it. Not the conversation, not the look in her eyes when she said she wanted more. Not us, not me. I watched the headline roll slowly across the screen in the hotel lobby. Couple found dead in home, domestic incident suspected. The address was mine. The picture was ours. Her and him. The police hadn't named the previous owner yet, but that was intentional. I had changed the deed weeks before I left, quietly, legally. She never noticed. She never asked why. In the photo, they both looked happy, smiling in front of my fireplace. God, that fireplace. I remember laying the first brick, measuring the hearth with my father's old tools, sweating through that July, just to build something that would last. Now, it was a crime scene. I didn't feel grief. I didn't feel joy. I felt nothing. Like the part of me that could react had already been buried, somewhere deeper. A week earlier, after she brought him into our home, I had begun my quiet work. It wasn't anger that drove me, it was curiosity. Something had shifted in her before that night. A coldness, too much perfume, too many unlocked phones left face down. So I started collecting. Bank statements, phone records, camera footage from the ring I'd hidden inside the porch light. Patterns formed. They weren't new lovers, they were long established. He'd been there 3 nights a week, consistently, for 5 months. They used our bed, with the sheets I folded. They drank from the glasses I washed. But here's what made my fingers tighten around the hotel blanket at 2:41 a.m. They'd been making plans to sell the house, to open accounts in my name, to liquidate everything they thought they owned. She had forged my digital signature more than once. He had practiced calling my bank. The betrayal wasn't emotional. It was surgical, cold, precise, like mine would be. The forensics came through a week before their deaths. I had commissioned a private investigator the day I left, a silent man with gray eyes and no questions. He sent a file, no comment, just PDFs and photographs, affairs, financial fraud, an attempted identity theft case so clean it nearly fooled my bank's fraud department. She'd tried to become me. He'd coached her. I sent her one message, "I know." She replied with one word, "Then you understand." That word did something to me. Understand. I printed the report, drove to the house 2 nights before the news broke, slipped the documents beneath the front door. That's all. No note, no confrontation. Just the truth. Let it rot them from the inside. I hadn't intended for them to die, but truth is a strange toxin, especially to those who think they're untouchable. The detective later told me they argued, loudly. Neighbors heard screaming. She accused him of setting her up. He threw the report into the fire, then her phone. There were pills, there was alcohol. In the end, they were both found in bed, cold, pale, poisoned, but not by substance, by realization. They couldn't face each other anymore. The house had cameras still, ones they hadn't found. I watched the footage once. He sat on the edge of my bed, head in hands. She was on the floor beside him, crying. Then, silence. Long. Final. I never shared the footage. I never needed to. I had already won. The house is quiet now, stripped, clean, mine again. I removed the bed, burned the sheets, painted the walls in shades no memory could stain. Some nights I sleep on the floor, not because I'm broken, but because I prefer it. No ghosts in the carpet, no history in the frame. People say revenge is a dish best served cold. They're wrong. The best revenge is never served. It's simply known, felt, lived, and then forgotten, like they were. I didn't kill them, but I buried them just the same.